Now, the holiday season is a time to celebrate with big dinners and family gatherings, but can be a challenging time for food allergy sufferers. Food allergy is an immune system reaction that occurs soon after eating a certain food, leading to symptoms such as digestive problems, hives, or swollen airways. In some people, a food allergy can cause severe symptoms or even a life-threatening reaction known as anaphylaxis. According to the World Allergy Organization, 220 to 250 million people may suffer from food allergy globally. The organization says that food allergies are increasing in both developed and developing countries, especially in children. And the severity and complexity of food allergy is also increasing. So you're feeling nauseous, dizzy, and your skin is breaking out in hives, among other things. You may be having a reaction to something you ate, but is it a food allergy you are experiencing, or is it a food intolerance? We will discuss the difference and some preventive ways. Joining us in the studio is Sherry Torkos, pharmacist, author, and certified fitness instructor. Ms. Torkos, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So what is the main difference between a food allergy and a food intolerance?
So food allergies are when the immune system is overreacting to a substance. Most commonly, it is peanuts or dairy or shellfish. Those are very common food allergens. Whereas a food intolerance often originates in the digestive system, where your body's not able to break down a component in a food. And three of the most common food intolerances are gluten, lactose, and histamine.
That's interesting, because we hear a lot about gluten and lactose intolerance, but histamine, I have not heard much about it.
That's right. Histamine intolerance is something that there isn't really good awareness about today, yet it's a very common problem. People can suffer for years, if not decades, before being diagnosed. If you have a histamine intolerance, when you eat a food that has histamines in it, you can develop headaches, hives, flushing of the skin, rapid heart rate, increased blood pressure. You can have upset stomach, gas, bloating, digestive issues, but also the symptoms of histamine, which are the runny nose, congestion, watery eyes, so tissue swelling.
Because we hear a lot about histamine when it comes to the flu, or, I mean,
antihistamine drugs. That's right. Those are drugs to block histamine reactions, but aside from your body producing histamines, they're commonly found in these foods. And a lot of the things that I brought here today, the aged meats and cheese, wine is also a very high histamine food. Also has sulfates, and the sulfates increase the release of histamine. Fermented beverages such as kefir, champagne during the holidays, beer has histamines. Even nuts can trigger the increased release of histamines.
Okay, let me just mention, this is not real wine, it's grape juice.
It's grape juice, that's right.
And
meant to look like wine.
This set of foods,
these are foods that can help increase your levels of an enzyme called diamine oxidase, which your body needs to process histamine. So if you have a histamine intolerance, most likely you either are not producing enough diamine oxidase, or you're just taking in too much. So one way to counter that is you can take a supplement. Now this is called Umbrellex DAO. Just hold that up. Diamine oxidase is the actual enzyme that your body is missing if you're histamine intolerant. So if you take the supplement 15 minutes before you have high histamine foods, it gives your body what it needs to break down those histamines. And people that are at particular risk, like myself, that have celiac disease, if you have irritable bowel, Crohn's disease, colitis, you could be at risk of a histamine intolerance. And even as we get older, things affect us differently. Maybe you were in your teens and 20s, you could have histamine foods and beverages, not a problem. All of a sudden you hit 30, 40, you have less of that enzyme available, so you get symptoms when you have those foods.
So if you don't have access to supplement, what do you do?
Well, the one thing you could do is avoid all high histamine foods, but it's very tricky. So you would have to stay away from all foods that are high in histamine, or you could try to boost up your body's levels of diamine oxidase consuming olive oil. This is a healthy oil that has oleic acid, which can help increase your diamine oxidase. Chicken, also pomegranates and onions, which are rich in quercetin. They're good foods to add to your diet this time of year, as these foods can help support your body. But really the supplement, and it's available online, so it's something that no matter where in the world you are, you can order it. Yeah, if you go to daodeficiency.org, you can learn more about this issue.
Very good. And so quickly, to summarize, it's the holiday, people will be eating food. some very quick steps in 10 seconds to avoid food allergies.
Yeah, so choose your foods carefully. When you're at the buffet, always exercise moderation. If you are suspecting you have high histamines, instead of having red wine, have white wine, or go for sparkling water, which is the healthiest alternative. Stay away from the aged meats and cheeses, and go for more of the fruits and vegetables because they don't contain the histamines.
Sherry, thank you so much for joining us today, and happy holidays.
Thanks, same to you.
And that was Sherry Torkos. She is a pharmacist, author, and certified fitness instructor. And we hope you stay healthy and have some good food this holiday. That's our health report for today. To stay in touch, find me on Twitter at Linord Moudou.